So we just saw our first non-major power, which became a major power, kind of collapsed there. That was Ukraine to the Russians and the Eastern Europeans. Which I think is kind of unfortunate because it was pretty fun to see the Ukrainians kind of going deep into Russian territory. Who knows, they might have a comeback. I mean, we're going to be pushing this campaign by quite a bit, so I think it's safe to say they could make a comeback either by another nation taking down Russia and forcing them to release former Ukrainian lands. There's a lot of things that could happen. Iran is now the major I don't know how to say these. The initially non-major power, major power that still exists. Iran's now attacking Afghanistan. They should be pretty successful here. The problem for Iran is that they are hated by Kazakhstan. The Saudis are the big one, and the Turkish. I think it's possible that the Saudis and the Turkish might team together here to fight the Iranians, especially if they were to go now, in the middle of a war. I mean, the Iranians have pretty much not really stopped. They just continue to bring conflicts to the Middle East and continue to spread. Okay, well, that wasn't the worst thing for Afghanistan. They still exist. Could have been much, much worse. Let's see if we can't find some wars that are taking place. So we've got Peru taking on Panama and Mexico. Oh, that's been going on for a while now, actually, now that I think about it. Gambia. A lot of people... Oh, okay, so we're seeing the fall of Senegal in the sub-Saharan region of Africa. So I think that's safe to say that probably, since they're fighting 3 separate wars, they're not going to be doing so well. Argentina's okay. I like it. Argentina's doing well. It seems like most people just hate Brazil. That is almost it. I mean, Venezuela has a little bit of a hatred towards... who is this? Who is that surname? Suriname? I've completely spaced that they were there. But yeah, there's just a hatred towards Brazil at the moment. We'll see if that begins to change. Ooh, Peru does not like the USA. Does not like the USA. And the USA has been really aggressive. I'm surprised that the Latin American countries haven't, I don't know, I mean, said something. Said, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that. It's messed up. You just took down Mexico, like, in 2 wars. A third war will probably almost completely eliminate Mexico. I bet you anything the AI leaves Mexico with, like, 1 province left. I bet. Okay, I thought that was the USA again. Liberia versus the Ivory Coast. Russia back at war again against China. China this time has Indonesia on their side. So that's a good alliance to get up for China. Although, I mean, that's going to help them out navally. Now that I think about it, that's not a good alliance for China to get up at all. Until Indonesia and Laos battle it out, which they actually like each other, so I don't know if that's probable. But we'll see. Until they battle it out, I don't really know how much Indonesia is really going to help. Indonesia's going to help keep the U.S. off of the Chinese coast. But that's the only thing I can think of. Now, that was a Russian offensive war, once again, to change the government of China. We saw this happen once with Russia, once with India. Now for a second time with Russia. I'm wondering if India might try something here. India allied to Kazakhstan now. Ooh, okay. That's kind of interesting. When is that truce up? I think the truce is already up. Yeah, I do believe that the truce... Oh, they've rivaled China. Yeah, is up. It's been a while anyways. India has a truce with Saudi Arabia also. Qatar. That's right. India was watching that huge Middle Eastern conflict. They were involved in it. I mean, they weren't watching it. They were taking part in that. So now where does Iran expand towards? They're guaranteed by somebody. When were they guaranteed? I don't remember that. Oh, they're guaranteed by... Oh my gosh, are you serious? India is guaranteeing the independence of Iran. That is one of the weirdest moves. But it's safe to say that Iran is going to be safe, at least when it comes to their eastern front. Guaranteed by India. Why would the Indian AI choose to do that? I mean... The Iranian opinion of India is pretty low. There must be somebody over here that India doesn't like. Well, India doesn't like China, but Iran is not threatened by China. Oh, yes, they are. Maybe that's why. Because of this small border, I bet you anything, India doesn't want China to expand towards the Middle East and take on Iran. Bet you. Okay, that's kind of a smart move by India. Kind of. Iran is guaranteeing the independence of Afghanistan and... I don't know how to pronounce this one. Kyrgyzstan. Where are they even at? There they are. Okay. So some smaller countries. Maybe they'll try to vassalize them or something. Who knows what will take place there. What new wars do we have? So Russia's winning this war. Okay, wait a second though. Is that because of the funky? No, Russia's just legit winning. How is that happening? Hello? How you doing this? Russia's hiring troops. That's part of it. Indonesia actually landed with a 45 stack. Looks like China still has the advantage. Wow. Could we see Russia in a significant win over China here? And that's with Indonesia helping out. What happened? Did China lose a lot of manpower? Or I think maybe Russia just called the war at the right time. Let's check on Japan. Japan hates China. So if Russia does in fact do quite a number on the Chinese military, it's possible that the Japanese might join in. Maybe fight for coastal provinces along the Pacific Ocean. Again, you know, even though Japan hates South Korea, they're not going to go to war with South Korea, not until the USA revokes that independence, and they won't revoke it. However, there will be a war eventually for South Korea. Someone is going to be ballsy enough to do it. Look at Niger, taking like Algerian territory. Didn't Mali at some point expand up here? No, they didn't. No, Mali and Niger have just been friends for a really long time. So so Africa, the coast along the Mediterranean, the African territory along the Mediterranean is going to really start to expand here. We've seen this happen quite a few times. Wait a second, when did that happen? That happened right now. Once again, okay, so Argentina going after Brazil, and because South America is so deep into European politics, this is once again going to pull Italy. Oh, I thought that was Germany. This is Italy that's doing this. And yeah, I mean, it's just Italy versus France. Last time Germany took on Great Britain, France, and Spain at the same time. Holy crap. But keep in mind, all what matters, Brazil's going to lose this really bad. Also, Honduras is going to lose this probably pretty bad too. So even though Italy is doing... Actually, you know what? Italy could always separate peace with France and just take a nice chunk out of the southern French territory. I mean, that could be a possibility. Look at these alliances that Germany has up. Chechnya, right? Chechnya. Something like that. I feel like I'm close there. I feel like I'm close somewhat with that pronunciation. Hungary, Poland, Austria, and Sweden. So Germany's got some alliances, man. So does Poland. Yeah, the Balkan region really kind of getting a lot of friends. Bulgaria, interesting with their friends. Turkey. Now, does Russia have any more besides just Turkey? No, just Turkey. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Russia peaced out. Yeah, China lost a lot. So do we see India join in with their own war very soon? Yes, yep, it just happened. It literally just happened right now. Now, India's going to have a little bit more trouble fighting Indonesia at the same time, because Indonesia could land off the southern tip of the subcontinent of India. That is going to be a little bit more difficult. Chad fighting Niger. We've got Argentina at -20 war score over Brazil. I'm assuming that Italy back in Europe is really helping them. Algeria versus Niger, and then there's India and China. That war just started up, and wait a second. Yeah, it's just another government change. China wasn't even trying to change their government. I'm sorry, Russia wasn't even trying to change the Chinese government. All right, yeah, so India's dominating right now, which makes sense. I mean, Russia already pretty much did most of the work. Now India can just kind of come in here, clean it up. Holy crap. That is crazy. This is getting pretty crazy here. Is there anyone else that can pop in besides Japan? Japan is really the only one that I could think of. Or Iran. Technically, I mean, Iran's not doing anything, right? Theoretically, they are not, so they could always say, hey, I want a piece of this. Holy crap. All right, Niger just lost everything. I was going to say, that was very strange to see Niger with so much strength. Watch India. Now, they're only at 10 war score for now, but I think it might be safe to assume. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like Africa just looks more... It doesn't look any more consolidated. Like after 40 years, it really looks almost about the same. So I think Africa's going to continue to be, one major war. Several major wars taking place. This is why. You know what? I think Peru has difficulty fighting both Honduras and Brazil at the same time. I don't know what Argentina's doing at this time. Maybe the AI just got confused or something. I don't know. Is this a separate nation? No, that's a colony of France. France formed a colony in the 21st century. All right, France. I see you. I see you. Great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you. France is completely occupied by Italy back in Europe. Oh my gosh. All right, so Italy just dominated. And let's not forget, if Brazil is winning... Okay, so hold on. So if Argentina... Oh, see, they're conflicting. Oh, yeah. If Brazil is pushing back against Peru and Argentina, there might be some interesting results. I know that this war wasn't started for European lands, but there might be a lot of changes to the European continent after this war is over. India's getting pushed back. They're at -3. So what happened here? Spain now going after Argentina. Why? Why are you doing that, Spain? That's weird. Let's go check on India. How did you mess this up? You just lost all that territory or what? How was Russia able to do it? Yep. Oh man, India. China, you just can't kill China, man. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I think, you know what? I think personally Indonesia probably played a bigger role. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That could be the crack speaking. Who knows? Hey, who's that? Iran! Oh my gosh! No way. What and the plot thickens. Did I use that metaphor correctly there? I don't know. But India was guaranteeing the independence of Iran, and Iran still sold its regiments off to go and fight a war with China's help. I mean they're not involved, but obviously it's still a pretty big decision to be like, yeah, go ahead, fight this person that's guaranteeing my independence. You would think that there would be some sort of clause in, I don't know. That just seems like EU4 should do something about that. Paradox. Not saying that it's a bad thing. There should be some sort of diplomatic hit or something diplomatically that occurs. The fact that the Iranian AI is helping the Chinese AI take down the person that's guaranteeing them. I mean, I know that they didn't like each other in the first place, but still, I don't know. South Africa now versus Mozambique. -10 war score for Argentina. India now at -17 war score. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's not good. Usually South Africa tends to do really well, obviously them being walled off and, along the Cape of Good Hope really, kind of helps out. But we'll see what happens here. I think that, yeah, South Africa could be a really good country. Countries that, are kind of like walled behind an ocean tend to do pretty well since they don't have to worry about like a dual front war. Oh my gosh, French particularists. Well, France has been occupied for at least a year now, if not more. Oh, Germany. Germany gave troops up and nothing. Dang, Italy. Well, no, you took one thing away. You took just Nice. That is it. All that for just Nice. And this war is still raging, though. You just forced France to sever peace, because France was probably dealing with some rebellions, and they're like, holy crap, get us out of this mess. Which is understandable. India at -27 war score. So though China might have lost a lot of northern territory, they might get a lot of that development back by dipping into Indian lands. Although, we don't know. China has done this several times in the past where they won't take any lands away, even though they've dominated a certain conflict. So yeah, we don't know about that. How the Saudis feeling? Iran's staying awfully quiet, aren't you? Well, you do have your regiment sold right now. Oh, holy crap. Finnish-French Punitive War. Okay, so that's the first true European war. Oh my gosh. How? France, you're going to get your butt kicked. What did you do? What did you do? France, bro. You pissed the wrong people off. Okay, so what does this mean for France? The British are very lucky. The British did not join in. Neither did the Dutch. What is a punitive war? Yeah, everybody that's helping out France is all outside of Europe. At first, I thought this was going to be a huge European war, but no. No, this is going to be pretty one-sided, obviously. Dang. That is crazy. I've never seen that. I have never seen that happen. I don't know. Let's check the HRE or the yeah, that's why. Because they left. That is exactly why. So they decided to leave the EU, not the British, the French, and now everyone's going to go to war for them, except for Spain and the British. And the Dutch, right? Dang. And now they are fully occupied. So what happens? Do we see the collapse of France? I think so. And it looks like Finland is, well, Finland, I don't know what Finland would do with this occupation, but Germany and Italy are clearly showing their desire for these lands. So do you give that to them? I guess they kind of have to, don't they? Just want to make sure no other wars. Oh my gosh, India's at negative 56 war score. We got to keep an eye on that. Okay, so France, it could have been way worse. Okay, well that still was pretty bad, but Normandy was released, Navarre, Gascony, and yes, Provence, and somebody else that I don't know how to pronounce. But either way, I mean, Provence will probably get taken over by Italy in no time. I mean, France has a chance of getting this stuff back, but this is really going to hurt the French. Were they forced to annul anything? Well, Spain can now go after France if they wanted to. Yeah, that's a very curious situation that they got themselves in. Auto saves. Yeah, so they're just gone. They're just gone from it. Sweden's not in it either, though. When did Sweden leave? And maybe I have this wrong. This province. This is the EU. I'm pretty sure present day version of it. What happened to India? Let's see. Okay, so pretty much the same thing that we saw from France happened to India. They were just forced to release a bunch of things. I mean, China got a little bit of it. They got they chipped away at a few of the territory, but we've seen this happen multiple times in India. India just gets completely broken apart, and they struggle to get this land back. Also, Pakistan has separated Iran from India. India no longer guaranteeing the independence of Iran anymore. And Sudan's taking on Chad, Ethiopia, Benin. Peru looks like did they lose anything? No, Brazil just lost some stuff. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to stop right there. Lots of things happening. We'll check over the development in the next one. So both France and India losing a significant amount of power by being forced to release smaller nations. We'll see if they can gather some of that stuff back and maybe make a comeback, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.